when last we left our heroes, does somebody want to do the recap, or do you want me to do it?
This, and then that happened.
Yeah,
That's not
a thing.
That's a low quality recap.
With some rain and also chemicals.
Someone got an addiction, I think. I think we're trying to treat someone's addiction.
Yeah.
Ooh, what? Oh, that's so sad.
Wait, Theo, you forgot.
That's terrible.
You forgot.
I thought we were heroes.
So when last
Pity that poor person. I have mercy on them.
So when last we left our heroes, yes, the party had been trying to deal with a demon who was capturing Arcanists and selling to the Mind Flayers, and was also controlling a very powerful political figure in the nearby city. Having freed the powerful political figure and defeated the demon, they are now on track to rescue their friend Joff, who was kidnapped, defeat the Mind Flayers, and be heroes. However, they have hit a bit of a snag when they found out that their friend Jasmal was addicted to a potion of forgetfulness, and they spent some time huddled up in a cave to make her a methadone-esque substitute to help her break free of her addiction. It also acquired the services of a drow guide named Jarlaxle, who had been nothing but friendly. He was the best person in the whole party.
Is this flashback told? Is this an unreliable narrative Jarlaxle is summarizing what we did?
It is now.
Yes, this is all from Jarlaxle's point of view.
If you wanted a voice, you should have said
The incompetent adventurers.
After spending...
Michael, if you're going to do that, put on a hat and start using an accent.
That might be fun to have now the new narrator.
I wish I brought my hat. After spending the day in the cave, you had found a entrance to a dwarven citadel, which some people had suspected might be a shortcut through the mountains. You had also completed the chemical for Jasmal, so her addiction has now been curbed.
Haas had.
And
mostly. I guess we double teamed.
Haas mostly, Bruce helped, Jarlaxle was taking notes.
Yep.
Now we've hit a kind of a branching point, the more obvious branching point. You can either cross over the mountains, it'll take you a certain amount of time, but it's crossing the mountains, it's just walking. Or you can plumb the depths of the Dwarven Citadel and hope that on the other side happens to somehow be a shortcut through the mountains. Three of you had explored the mountains after cracking the riddle of the door, and were almost killed by a bunch of specters, if not saved for the timely arrival of Jarlaxle, and also Bruce.
And his trusty steed.
Yes, his trusty direwolf steed.
Lysander said that he would get a sword now.
So, now you've all gathered. I believe you went to a long rest afterwards to recover from your adventure in there.
Yeah.
So, as you all wake up the next day, I believe we did watches. Did we do watches?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Having completed your watches and waking up the next day, what would you all like to do?
Well, I was wondering if someone knows enough about dwarven mines or about this specific one to know what the odds are that it goes all the way through.
I can kill dwarves.
Well,
That's a certain type of dwarven knowledge, I'll give you that.
They bleed red just like everything else.
could I make a history check to see if that's a likely thing?
Haas, you can make a history check to try and see if you know much about this. Desmond, you could
I'll give
also...
you guidance
because
out of D4. Let the old gods jog your memory.
Okay.
I can also try.
You could also try, because you're a bard, you know a little bit about everything.
15.
Wow. That looks like a 1, but I think that's a 7.
It was a 7.
Okay. Yes?
Question, how are we going to handle dice rolls on our end?
Do you not have dice?
I mean, we have dice, but the camera only points this way.
I trust you. I trust you to watch each other.
We're not gonna cheat.
Let's get some dice, one second.
You'll get immediate experience points if you turn in the other person if they're actually cheating.
Yes.
The prisoner's dilemma here.
Yeah, he said, she said.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. How we're going to handle that is you don't lie.
Yes.
I got an 11 on my history check.
Okay.
Was that with your bonuses or before your bonuses?
With bonuses.
So, Jasmal, you're not really sure, it's not. Dwarves were never really your area of study. It was more grand, heroic tales of myth and legend. Hoss, what was your history check about mostly?
So, if this is a mine, I guess that's one. Is this a mine, or is this like a stronghold? Is this a back door? And was it a likely thing that they would have made tunnels that reach all the way through mountain ranges?
Okay. Desmo, with your 11, you would know this is in fact a mine. Dwarves mine.
Nice.
Okay.
Haas, you would also know that. You would also... You know that when they would dig mines, they would make 2 entrances in case one of them got blocked off. You're not sure if the mine would stretch horizontally all the way through the mountains, or if it would go vertically down. That depends more on the citadel itself.
Okay.
But to it goes out somewhere else. There's
Yes.
another exterior exit likely.
There's inevitably another exit. What it might be going south. It might spit out into a cave system that leads somewhere else. You can't really know where it spits out. Might just go straight up, in which case you've traveled all the way to the mountaintop.
So we could take the risk and get there faster now that we've wasted a day.
That is the possibility.
Yeah, and also,
You could end up somewhere random that we don't want to be.
yeah.
Jarlaxle says that he thinks it would be a better idea to go into the dwarven mine because he doesn't like the outside.
Okay.
I was going to say that's probably the one
You're
reason.
biased.
Yeah.
So Haas reasons that what we came through is it could be like a back door. Like this could be the guardhouse. We could have run into the guardhouse for the back door. This doesn't seem like the front entrance to a big mine. So maybe there's a larger entrance elsewhere that maybe even has a road attached to it or a trail that could help us. So it's probably worth a look. Is that volume okay for you guys?
I don't even hear it.
I barely hear it.
All right.
Yeah.
I think it's great that she's watching that.
Actually, I'm surprised how well this mic is working for you guys.
What's that?
Just so you're aware.
I'm kind of surprised by how good this mic is working.
Well, apparently
it better work.
Scott spent a lot of money for it, so...
Just be
Thank you.
advised that power
So-
went out and flickered from McLean to here, so
Hopefully it won't be too much of a problem.
I hope not either.
So, I'm not... As the DM, I'm
Oh,
not
so
really
you can
noticing
see it.
a choice
This.
coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, is this like, oh, the Word of God says we have 2 choices, not 3?
This is the word of God saying, you have as many choices as you can think of. I gave you the 2 most obvious. The 66% on the bell curve.
So we kill Felix, we take over his tower.
Yes,
And
you
then-
could also do that.
Alright, so who do we know who
Which one's
has
gonna be the
50
new
cards?
Damn it.
So it's worth a shot to go through here. Plus, I mean, there's always the chance we find something that helps us pay for just freedom.
Jarlaxle kind of shrugs and says, yeah, works out.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Even if it does lead up to the top of the mountain, that's still
Further.
It's a better way. Yeah, we're trying to go over the mountain anyway. So the only bad news is if it is somehow a dead end, or if it really does go backwards. But there are a lot of other possibilities that help us at least some, if not a lot.
Or it's fill up 1 million more specters.
You know, having tons of elementals around would suck. Yeah, let's not do that.
Those specters weren't that bad.
I almost
For
died!
you,
Yeah, so did he, and so did her.
Let's not split up. Maybe.
Yeah.
I have to
For
be
a
So
start.
wherever we go, we don't split up. That's the one thing I do know.
You always stay together, even during
The lesson,
downtime.
people will just relearn and relearn.
and somebody should watch where they step.
Oh,
Because Lysander kicked a bone, and that's what caused the specters.
Hey, yeah, but I screwed up a single check. That was me. Yeah. Shut up.
No, well, I was laughing at the lightning, or rather the thunder peal behind you when you said, watch your step. And, yeah.
That is the other thing. The storm's abated, but it's still kind of crappy outside.
It's a thunderstorm.
yeah.
So it might be more enjoyable to go through the mine since it's not raining.
And the storm's usually worst at the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
Enjoyable.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure.
You,
Air quotes are required for that, yeah.
What, are you claustrophobic, Darlaxle asks?
I can't see in the dark.
I like the sky. I think it's pretty cool, but let's go. Let's do it.
You're listening to the guy you just said was horrible.
He is.
He's really trying.
Darlaxle gives you a
Darlaxle
gives you a head tap, like a kind of knocks the brim so it slides up a little bit.
All right,
today?
let's get moving.
okay.
Alright.
So the party tightens their armor, sharpens their blades, girds their loins, and readies themselves. So ahead of you, you can see the passageway as described. It's a narrow 5-foot walk, but as you head into it, you notice the passageway widens out to a respectable 10 feet. The thunder behind you ominous as you continue forwards into the doorway line.
Good Foley work.
Now we're hearing the thunder on the ground.
Alright. So as you keep going, the passageway, it extends beyond Lysander's dark vision, but nobody else, except, well, Darlaxle has super good dark vision. What is everybody else going to do for light? You want to cast a light spell
I
on
can
torches?
cast light on anything anyone wants to be lit up.
I offer my sword.
Yeah,
Because they're
Like,
big guy's sword is pretty good.
okay.
A lit up sword.
All right. So I actually asked you to cast light on a torch that I have. I should talk this way and look this way.
there you go.
kind of confusing.
Talk out of the side of your mouth.
Yeah. So I'm
I'm glad I'm in
gonna. Hoss asks Jesmal to cast light on a torch that he's holding, and he'll use that.
You can ask me for pretty much anything right now. You gave me my elixir.
You're her dealer.
Now, did we tell her it's practically a placebo, or did we just kind of leave that for her to find out?
Wait, slow down.
Wait, what?
So yeah, like
it was practically a placebo, or did we let her kind of find out later?
No, we understood you. He was
Yep.
just saying stop talking.
I just didn't think it was a good idea for you to be talking.
yeah.
So yeah, a light spell does effectively function exactly like a torch.
Yeah, Hoss
And
like
that's exactly the same.
Hoss looks at Jesmal and like in reply to that, kind of like looks her up and down and
torch spell.
says, "I'll just keep an eye on you though, because I mean I've technically never made medicine before."
Darlaxle
If
stiffly
I'm gonna trust anyone, I would trust
Side
you.
effects may include.
Yes.
You sure you didn't just brew lamp oil?
Consult your doctor. If lamp oil wouldn't be that.
So maybe I am a doctor.
You're a doctor.
I'm a doctor.
Doctor of Thinkology.
Continuing along the passageway for a while, you eventually notice that it begins to split. Like you're at the bottom section of a T intersection. And moving up,
I'll have produce flame in case it matters in my hand too. But
so we got 2 torches and produce flame giving you 20/20.
Yep.
According to the light, you cannot see either path. What's down it, it appears to just be well worked but plain stone. Lysander, you have slightly longer vision, but you don't notice anything either way either.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, Jarlaxle, you should actually take point and be up front, in front of the light sources and seeing the furthest into the darkness.
I can.
Whatever.
What back?
Magic.
All right, when it's 10 feet wide, me and Jarlaxle side by side at the front.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fine.
Do you guys want me to take point, go back?
I'll be behind them.
Okay, I'll be behind you, and then you two in back.
I have so much vision. Did somebody say I'm going ahead? Because I will.
No. Jarlaxle and Bruce are in front.
Normally, the person in the back is still somewhat good at melee, or at least somewhat good at taking a hit in case of sneaking
So
out.
not me. I should be in the center of the pack.
Yeah.
Maybe the giant walking beast should be in the back, not you, him.
We have so many to choose from.
Would you like to guard our rear?
Plus you have a light.
Hmm?
Plus you have a light.
Fine.
Light should be in front or back so you can see better. Alright, now that we've sorted out how we're walking, Darlaxle says, we still haven't decided where we're walking. We're still at a T intersection.
Which one
Okay.
did we walk down? I don't remember out of character which one we
Does
walked
the
down
air
last time.
smell better?
The air smells better behind you.
Good adventure
Sorry,
go
that's
left.
me. No, wait.
Bear says left.
Okay.
Left.
Is that the one we went down last time? We've done part of this dungeon already.
Oh yeah, but we
Darlaxle
didn't go any further than that room.
says, yes, we went left.
Okay. That's fine.
Sure.
Okay.
Go left.
Yeah.
All right. So walking for a time. Let's see. Hold on. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Oh, there goes power.
Hello?
You guys are good?
Hey, hello.
Oh,
Back
nice.
alive. So,
Alright, see, you didn't die. Good.
nope. Picking up where we left off.
Your characters did, though. I'm sorry.
There was a cave in. Sorry.
Rock small, everyone.
Now, yeah, as soon as you kicked your addiction, it's just game over. Let's just pack it in.
That was the whole point.
Yeah. So, continue along the dwarven passageway. Jarlaxle and Bruce point out a door up ahead. However, Bruce seems inclined to just keep walking, much to Jarlaxle's chagrin. So you round the corner, and up ahead you can see well, actually, you can't see anything. But Jarlaxle points out that there is a door that is ajar, and he says, I believe this is where the Spectre fight was.
Yeah.
So you keep going, and lo and behold, it is the Spectre fight. You find busted tables, overturned chairs, crack in the floor, and a scattering of dwarven bones littering the ground.
Kraken.
Well, including the one I kicked, probably.
Mm-hmm. Well, also during the fight, you weren't exactly paying attention to the bones, so everybody kind of kicked them around a bit.
Extra
It would,
dis-
actually, it would actually concern me more if the bones weren't there.
We buried them face down. Peed on them.
Yes, let's put it down, please.
No, if you want to disrespect the dwarves, you gotta cremate them.
Yeah, sure.
And then pee.
Yes.
Anyways, the people who had been here before would recognize that there is a door at the other end of the hall that you can use to continue on.
So Jarlaxle and I did a little exploring down this direction, and we just turned back when it was getting a little too off the ranch.
Okay.
So we found a couple things. But
So we'll keep going this way. Probably a good idea.
yeah, we certainly didn't hit a dead end or anything. We had a couple choices when we decided to turn back.
Okay. All right. You know those things you think of when you're, at this point, like chalk. Does anybody have chalk?
Funny how the mind works.
Oh, right.
Oh wait, I probably have chalk in one of my kits.
I
Oh,
don't think
probably. I think the
I've got-
kids get a better description than Xanathar's to say exactly what they have.
Yeah.
But you do have... I don't think you have all of those kits. I think you have proficiency in all those kits.
Right. Well, but what I have is I have Tinker's tools, Thieves' tools, Sewing kit, Healer's kit, Alchemy kit, Herbalism.
Lysander, yes?
I got chalk.
You do?
Okay.
Yeah,
Really?
yes. It's on my sheet right
Might
here.
come in one of the kits.
Alright. Apparently,
You-
Lysander has chalk.
So I have chalk too. One piece of
If
chalk.
you
We got it
don't
somewhere.
Theo, turn me in if I'm wrong.
I think what happened was, I think Haas bought chalk before you went into the haunted house.
Oh,
Yeah, that
And then you split it up in the party.
Yeah.
Mind if I turn the fan on low?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Go ahead and turn it on and see.
See how loud it is.
See how loud it is.
If it's...
There's a fan. There's a window fan right over there. We're gonna test it.
So just turn it on a
Oh,
little.
there's the power
So
strip down
just
below.
checking the few chalk pieces that I have. So
Just hit the
that's not,
switch.
it's not enough that I can leave a trail, but I could like draw on the floor as we go, I guess.
Yeah, or leave marks on the doors or whatever
You know,
makes.
balls or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever makes sense to.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever makes sense to you.
Some
Okay,
genitals
so
on
I'm
the
gonna go ahead and X any of the
That's
rooms.
what Jarlaxle does.
I'll sit. Yep.
Let's go.
So you're gonna X the rooms that you go into?
I'm gonna X any of the rooms that we've killed everything inside.
Okay.
Do you want to just X like any doors that we pass so we know that we've passed them?
I mean, that's fair. I was thinking of using a different symbol, like,
Or, yeah, do something, I guess.
yeah, circles for doors we passed, X's for ones that, or there were combat things that
And if you
happened.
get 3 in a row, then you win.
Knots and crosses.
Yeah, exactly.
And then arrows to denote paths we took. Like we turned here.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Or broken doors.
That was paranoia. So, Lysander, you're going to put an X on the door into this. It'd be pretty safe for somebody to recognize this as some place to have eaten food. You're going to put an X on the door?
Yes.
Okay. Then you continue on, going through the passageway. This passageway, it's actually a little bit more narrow. It's 5 feet. And as you move along, it's pretty easy to spot. There's a door on your left and a passageway leading, or sorry, a door on your right and a passageway leading left. That's upside down. The door is currently open. The passageway, you haven't like gotten up to it, but it seems to go on for a bit.
What's through the door?
I don't remember, but I think we went through the door there. I think we opened up the door. We found a couple like minor cabinets along the way, so I mean, we can go through the door again. But again, like I said, we didn't hit a dead end, so if we can just keep going, that's fine.
So is that like another passage in there?
I think so.
Okay, so we'll just make a mark on the ground and say we went this way, or however you want to denote that, and then
Sure.
we'll continue on because we'll keep with the whole like left thing, right?
Yeah, it seems like a good general policy.
Here, if it matters at all, I'm going to make sure that the arrowhead on the arrow on the floor where I'm pointing out where we went is facing in the direction that we are currently heading.
Okay.
So backtracking would just be a matter of passing the arrows pointing at us and then turning.
Yes.
Okay.
I assumed as much. All right, so
Okay.
you leave a marker here. As you round the corner, Lysander and Bruce, because of the light, you are both able to spot that there is a wooden door at the end of the passageway.
If that's something.
The door has been busted, and the wood's kind of been broken out of the way right around above the handle.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
What kind of-
I broke down a door.
It wasn't like it wasn't fully
Busted.
broken down. It's like he busted a hole into it and then
Here's
got
Brucey.
it open somehow. Like the doors. Apparently, you would presume the door would have been locked if they had to break it down.
House
you
remarks.
busted
You guys
the door
are
and reached down and like unlatched it. Man,
Yeah.
that's hardcore.
Well, Jarlaxle says he unlocked the door. Bruce just made the hole.
Okay, I was imagining one swift motion, but now I'm not as impressed.
It wasn't that impressive.
It's pretty impressive.
The
Alright.
door is currently open. As you move up towards it, you can see that it opens up into a large chamber with 2 balconies with stairs leading down into a lower level on which you can see a great number of bones, scraps of armor, and rusted weaponry. So it's kind of like a fighting pit with 2 balconies facing each other.
And we had searched the pit. Is that right? Do I remember that?
You did not, Jarlaxle.
Yeah, Jarlaxle found some money in the pit.
Oh, cool. How much?
Jarlaxle says, I already gave it to you. It's in the party treasury now.
It was like 20
Right.
gold or something. 10, 20 gold.
Yeah, it was a paltry sum. Wouldn't even buy you a decent woman.
All the references today. Let me turn on the light.
What are the exits from the room again?
The room did not have exits. This is just the door at the end of the passageway. As you get up to that door, you notice that the passageway continues around the side of this fighting area. Like doors in front of you, passageway leads left, and then curves right.
Huh. So I'm sorry. We're coming like there's a door and then it does this around it.
Yeah. So there's a door that goes like that.
Okay.
I can see that that's a piece of paper, Charles.
Yes, it's my map.
Oh.
Trying to describe it is difficult.
So
Yeah, it's all good.
we should see
Two
what's.
can symbols. We went this way and then, yeah.
We should
Shall
see.
we keep going?
Well, we should take a peek at. Do you think we should take a peek at what's through the door? But then yes, keep going left.
Yeah. Peeking through the door, it appears to have raised balconies, like solid stone, like it's not like go under kind of balconies, with stairs leading 10 feet down. She's laughing. 10 feet down on either side of each balcony into a large open area that is full of bones, rusted weaponry,
Okay.
and broken armor.
All right.
So, taking a peek, you didn't really investigate it thoroughly. Having already been told Jarlaxle already checked it, you head left and then take an immediate right. Passageway continues, and then ahead of you, the passageway takes a left. And from where you're standing, Lysander, you and Jarlaxle can see at the very edges of your dark vision a pair of doors, one on the left, one on the right, and then a set of double doors for you just barely, like you can just catch the glint of doors at the far end. So left,
Okay.
right, and straight.
Alright, so I informed the party.
Jarlaxle also informed
So
the party.
Yeah, there are a couple doors up ahead, and there's one big door straight ahead.
Well, I mean, once we get to that intersection, we should check left.
Yeah.
And Jarlaxle says the big doors seem to have a lot of intricacy on it. A lot of, like, carvings and things.
Let's give us a hoss
Yeah, maybe
pause.
take a peek at that. Oh, just,
So, you're going to continue moving forward?
well, I would want to take a closer look at the door first to see if we can investigate it before we open anything.
Yeah, right now you're still back at the... Like, you can barely see it. I'm asking
Oh,
are
no,
you going to move up the passageway to the doors?
Yeah.
Cautiously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, moving up to the doors, you can see that the left and the right one appear to be made out of solid wood. They seem to have withstood the test of time very well.
Yeah.
According to Bruce's information, this passageway is somewhere between 100 and 1,000 years old.
Okay.
Directly ahead of you, the double doors are not made of wood. They're made of stone that have been fitted together well.
Okay.
And yeah, as you get closer with the light, you can see that it appears to have intricacies and engravings, all that sort of thing.
Any writing
So-
you read?
I don't know. Are you looking for writing?
Well, so about how far ahead of the double doors?
From way back here, or from
From
the,
where we are up now, the two doors,
From the two doors, they're like 10 feet ahead.
10 feet ahead? Okay. So, Haas is kind of half-heartedly, like, he lifts his arm over, it's like, we should go left, but he's just staring at the doors, the double doors.
You want to take some time to read the doors, big guy?
I do. Like Haas starts digging out through his equipment and like takes his notebook out
You have charcoal?
and like you've given half a like you gave him half a chance. He's now like examining the heck out of the doors.
All right.
He actually has like a page where he did drawings of the cave drawings that they were at. He's like
Oh, the mural you found?
the mural,
Okay,
yeah. And he's like beyond that. He's now like starting to make sketches, and like as he's getting closer, start filling in more detail.
Yeah.
Haas analyzes, it devours the door.
He takes a light and scans it over.
So as you
A
get
little
closer,
slit.
you can see the engravings appear to be 3 figures helmed. Also, I never said this was... I don't think I ever said this was dwarven, but it is in fact dwarven.
I thought there was an indication. Okay.
You could...
I
read-
asked if there's anything you could read, but he didn't say.
You could read that the riddle wasn't dwarven. I think that was it.
There's a riddle?
And it was dwarven.
the first riddle.
The earlier riddle.
The mural.
Way back when.
Not this. This does not have
No,
anything about a riddle.
this one you can see that it has engravings. It appears to be 3 figures in heavy armor, weapons, big long beards, embroidered, helmed, 2 on either side, and then 1 that gets split by the double doors. You also notice, like, above each head is written a quick epitaph of each soldier.
Okay.
And it's like, Durgrim the Strong fought valiantly at the Battle of Ostergard. Tordek Silver Axe mined well in the citadel of someplace. The engraving gets a little scratched out at the end there.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the very center, the third one, it's kind of harder to read, but if you take a closer look, it says, hey, you, give me a dwarf name.
Peter.
Give me a dwarf name. Thorbold. Thorbold?
Asna.
Yeah, Thorbold. That
Okay.
works.
Thorbold the Swift, who was infamous for his hunting skills.
Okay.
And above them all, like an arch over the top of the door, it says, "The sword that gleams in the morning, famous fallen." You would recognize that the way that it's structured, "Sword that gleams in the morning," is probably the name of the Dwarven Citadel,
Oh.
but it would be translated into something more dwarvish sounding.
Right.
If you want to know what it actually says, you can say it, and then you'll hear it.
Does this look
So-
does this look a crypt to someone who knows dwarven architecture?
Does this look like a crypt entrance, or is this just like a grand door?
It just looks like a grand door built to honor previous
Okay.
ancestors.
So
Not necessarily where they would bury those said ancestors.
this might get irritating to those listening to it. But like
I'm irritated.
you
already.
hear me say that.
All of that.
You hear me say all of that. I'm also describing the heads that you plainly see as I'm sketching them, and like I'm just like I'm taking notes, but I'm doing it like audibly too. I'm talking through it. But you guys do catch that, like, you know, it says the sword that gleams in the morning, probably the name of the citadel, and I say it in Dwarven, and then I say it in Common, and then what was the bit that it said after?
Famous Fallen. And when he says it in Dwarven, you will hear it as Baal Thalor.
Okay.
There's also 2 plain wooden doors, one to the left, one to the right.
So we could check out what look to be less important places before we open up the big door.
It's called what again? Glaven?
Baal
Thalor.
Thalor.
Baal Thalor.
And that might change because I wrote it down. By writing it down, I completely forgot what it was.
Most things have multiple names anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should keep doing the thoroughness, so I think we should do the leftmost door now that we're off our map.
You hear Haas say, yeah. But he's still sketching.
Okay.
Jarlaxle heads over and he opens up.
Go for it.
Inside, he just kind of takes a quick look around and says, closes it and says, nah, that's not worth it.
Why isn't it worth it?
It's just a bunch of rotten supplies.
You never know what you need. I'm going to open up the door and look.
We should check it out.
Opening it up, as you kind of have a Jarlaxle step aside, Jarlaxle looks wounded as you open up the door. Inside, you find 3 chests that have been rotted out and appear to be empty, as well as 2 barrels, presumably filled with some kind of alcohol, and 4 sacks. The sacks have been eaten by rats, and whatever was inside has turned to mush.
Okay.
Are the barrels tapped?
No.
Okay.
You could open them up if you want.
How easy or difficult is that? I've never opened it.
Fairly easy.
Yeah, they're meant to be opened.
They usually have like a spot to open barrels.
Mm-hmm. Like a sealed cork in the top.
Yeah. I'd make some claws for the primal
you know what we
savagery and try to...
You know we have a lot of? Candles.
Candles. How do they help here?
For resealing the bong if we
Oh,
find something good.
I thought you were saying open up the barrel and throw a candle in it. You're gonna crack it open?
Yeah, use claws.
Go ahead and
Okay.
make a strength check.
Yeah. Or can I use the attack roll for the melee spell attack?
Go ahead and make an attack roll. Why
Okay.
not?
Just because it uses my wisdom, actually.
Yes, that makes perfect sense.
18.
Alright, it's a DC 10.
Okay, cool.
Grabbing, you pull out the cork, and your boots are immediately soaked with what once was alcohol has now turned mostly to vinegar.
Okay, fair enough. Yep.
Luckily, you can't smell. Your boots.
I smell really
I
good.
can smell.
Yeah.
You can
I'm not doing it right now.
You can opt into your smelling sensors.
That was a waste.
You stink. You stink of vinegar.
Luckily, the beast form won't.
Haas kind of says through the door, is there any metal in there? Like any copper
Do
or
I see
bronze?
any? I don't see any. I certainly don't see any valuable metal, right?
There's rusted iron bands that would have been used on the barrels and the chests.
Yeah. No.
And you hear through the door, no thank you.
Alright. So you want to keep doing left to right and check out the main doors, or?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
By this point, Jarlaxle's already closed the other door, and he turns around and he says, I wouldn't bother going in there.
I'll walk past them and open the door.
You open up the door, and you can see rotted wooden bed frames and a busted open cabinet.
The cabinet is, I mean, I'm not there, but the cabinet is busted open, or is it just falling apart?
With this much busting, you're not quite sure.
Busting makes us feel good, though.
It's like the doors are hanging off one hinge, the other one's rotted away.
Okay.
Another door has been like torn off or fallen off.
So like it could have been, but there's no way to really tell.
Yeah. And it's like the legs underneath have kind of given out and it's tilted on one side. Jarlaxle just watches you open up the door and he says, I told you it wasn't worth going in there. I thought you would have learned his lesson with vinegar boots.
Yeah. It's a real rough life when no one listens to you.
Haas still working on his sketch. It says, thoroughness is a virtue.
Clearly.
Alright.
His ringtone.
Studying time is up. We're
That was Jarlaxle saying clearly as you are thoroughly documenting this door.
Alright, let's open up the big doors.
Yeah, okay. Does it? How does it look like it opens?
Based on your understanding of Dwarven architecture, because you spend a lot of time around dwarves,
They have knobs.
they are knobs. No, you can. These doors are meant to look good.
Mm-hmm.
If they're locked, they're not locked. They're barred.
Mm-hmm.
So you would just push them open.
Okay.
Or there might be some sort of like mechanism.
Yeah, Haas kind of like puts the stuff away and just kind of gives the door like a tentative kind of like shove in the middle.
Make an athletics check.
Okay.
Considering giving disadvantage because that was a very
10.
okay.
Didn't put a lot of effort into it.
You kind of give them a push, and they give, but you can tell that these are thick stone doors. They're going to be. You got to put some effort into them to push them open.
I hand you my sword.
Yeah, Haas says they don't seem to be locked, and then like
Okay.
Goliath sized.
You're going to push them?
Oh yeah.
All right, make an athletics check.
Remember, I'm considered one size larger.
Is the door open?
I don't think that.
Not for these purposes. Only for carrying, lifting, and carrying purposes.
And pushing and dragging.
Does it say pushing?
Pushing, dragging,
Well,
and
pushing
lifting.
as in like pushing a heavy thing.
Yeah,
like a
it's
stack.
an action is to push a thing along the ground.
This is more like the door will eventually open. How,
Can you guys hear us? Can you hear us? We can't hear you.
I think your speaker turned off.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Hang on, speaker turned off.
On. Welcome to Alltech Lansing.
Oh, yeah. I'll.
Hey, we're back.
Oh,
Okay.
you can hear us?
Yep, we can hear you.
We were
Okay,
we probably missed
Well,
a
yeah.
minute or two of whatever you said. If you said anything in the last minute or two.
Did we miss something important?
Nope.
No.
Cool.
14.
14? Alright. So you watch as this giant Goliath, completely bald, gray skinned, tribal tattoos, dressed in very little, puts one hand on either stone door and begins pushing. And if you've ever played Dark Souls 3, trying to push doors open in that takes forever. That animation is so slow. It's basically that. It's like the doors swing open slowly and loudly. As the doors swing open, in the next chamber, you can see that it is a fairly large hall, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
That's a big.
A very large hall, 60 by 60, with 3 pillars on either side. The nearest pillars that you can make out the most detail of, they appear to be covered in engravings of various people. You would presume that the ones a little bit outside of your light range would have similar engravings. Jarlaxle and Lysander, you notice at the far back of the hall is a large staircase about 20 feet wide leading down. And directly in the center, kneeling over the top of a fallen corpse, presumably, it's mostly skeletons now, is a spectral figure dressed in heavy armor, cleaning a great axe with some sort of rock or rag. And he's just making this shh.
Haas says, "I'm sure this will be fine."
And it's a spectral figure, so you can see right through him. In case that matters.
So the sword's spectral, so it can't hurt you. Is the good news. But it's an axe, so that can't hurt you. Never mind. So someone who's good with people want to try to handle this first?
Galactus says, maybe we should hurry up because I think he's starting to notice us. And you notice the...
Is he between us and the staircase? I'm not picturing
Yes.
this right. Okay. Is there any other obvious exits to the room too?
None that you've spotted.
Okay.
It's 60 by 60, 3 pillars that run the length of the room on either side. Staircase at the far end, him in front.
Based on past experience, I don't feel very optimistic about our chances of just talking to this guy, but...
We could just shoot him till he dies. Like,
No.
for good, this time.
No, that's ridiculous.
All the charming people I know don't want to talk to people.
At this point,
Jesmal, could you charm him, or at least
I can-
or at least get us past him?
Try it.
Not literally charm him.
At this point, the spectral figure turns, and you can now tell that it is a dwarf. And he glares at all of you. And
Hail.
his voice booms somewhat heavily as he says, "If you've come for treasure, you will find none." This is only those who can speak Dwarvish understand this.
Oh,
If
well, I
you-
can't.
If you come for treasure, you will find none. If you come for death, that you will find in cartfuls.
Haas translates.
I suggest you turn and leave now, interlopers.
Haas says back, "We come for neither death nor treasure. We seek passage."
Make a persuasion check, and we're going to be entering what's called a skill challenge.
Oh no!
Use acrobatics.
If you can come up with a good reason. We're entering a skill challenge, so think about what kind of skills you want to apply.
Challenge me to a breakdance contest.
And why they matter.
What'd you do?
I could use deception and lie my ass off. Not sure if it help.
7?
7. I did not speak very well for us.
And he says, as he kind of stands up and pulls the axe into a more noticeable position, he says, "That's what they all say."
Perception. I'd like to see if the spectral armor he's wearing denounce any sort of rank or something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely got a rank on it. Go ahead and make a nature check. Or, sorry, a history check.
History. I said perception.
I know what you said. Yes, he has a mark of
You
rank.
pass the perception check to notice the mark of rank.
1.
You have no idea what his mark of rank is.
Okay. Haas says, "Do you speak common?" My friends do not speak Dwarven.
You say, you say, "Do you speak the common tongue?" He responds in a language that you don't understand.
Damn it.
You would. You hear him say, "Yes, I speak the common tongue of this land." That's what you hear.
So
You don't
he
understand.
doesn't speak English, but he speaks French, basically.
Yes.
Well, if you didn't want him to speak French, you send him to come to France.
Yeah.
So
He speaks
I'm not
our
complaining.
tongue.
I'm just
So-
clarifying.
So Haas says, "Dwarven then. My friends have words they would have with you. I will facilitate."
Speak
And,
quickly.
and then he looks significantly at everybody else.
I will try to back up Haas in saying that we really have no interest in treasure. We really just want to get through and get out to help our friend. And I will try to persuade him of that.
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion check. And you hear him say, "Speak
Oh,
quickly.
that's an
No
11.
patience in death." 11?
Yeah.
That's after your bonuses?
Low roll though.
Alright.
No.
He slaps the great axe into his palm and he says, "If you looked for passage, the mountains outside can provide. Get out, interlopers."
Can I roll insight to see if I can figure out what this guy's deal is? Like if he's a ghost, why he's a ghost, or what his purpose might be, or anything like that?
You can make an insight check, sure.
Sure. Okay.
Pretty high to read a spectral, that's not going to be good enough.
Nope.
Then I will say to him eloquently
9.
in Dwarven,
So that luckily doesn't count as
Okay.
part of the skill challenge.
Fair enough.
Otherwise it would fail.
and
Yeah.
I will say to him eloquently in Dwarven, "Come make me, you son of a goblin whore."
You hear him say that.
Is that intimidation?
No,
I
I'm
think he's
just.
pissing him off. In which case, I will count it as an automatic failure. Unless Alice wants to try and stop him.
I translate that.
But he said Dwarven.
No, he
I said it in
Dwarven.
Dwarven.
If you wanted to stop it, you could have.
They don't speak Dwarven.
Oh,
I do. I translated for you.
So they all know that you yelled at him, and he shakes his head and says, "So be it." Go ahead and roll initiative.
Why did you piss off the ghost?
He was good with this. Good.
Ooh, natural 2.
Yeah, get him out of the way now.
Yeah, so there's a success.
Apparently nobody's interested in skill challenges.
I did.
We failed it outright.
We tried a lot of things. We
have
just
you ever played a skill
I
challenge
was going
fourth
to investigate
edition?
the corpse and see if
I love the skill challenge mechanic.
Yeah, I did very well.
Really? was one of the biggest complaints of the players that I had. I'm like,
I think it only worked out once, and it was the time you guys couldn't roll above 6 with all your digital dice.
Do you remember?
The other 2 times I've tried it, it's failed with like 0 successes. So this is well on par.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with skill
This
challenges.
one was fine, but they tend to be better
We just failed it.
when you have a lot of information, like something you could maybe do physically, or like.
I don't like dwarves,
Yeah.
so.
I mean, this is not.
Well, then I nominate you for
I-
inspiration.
it's like-
I think you should get inspiration for causing the combat
because
and potentially harming the
I have
party.
We already have an inspiration?
Yeah, I do.
It's like, I have no problem.
Keep using-
nominating.
I mean, that totally makes sense. Like as you were saying that, like Haas is translating, and like his demeanor is kind of falling through. It's like he said. Da, 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 da.
All right. What are everyone's initiatives?
16.
18.
Did anybody roll higher than 20?
I rolled 20.
Exactly 20?
Yeah.
Okay. And then 20 to 15? You said 16, 18.
18.
Desmond, what did you get?
12.
Okay. So,
13.
hold on. Keo, you said 13? 1, 2, 3. So Bruce, so 4. Desmond. Okay. So, hold on, let me double check this. So the ghost kind of slams his warlock and seems to take a ready stance, but he holds his turn. Toss.
Okay.
Because right now you haven't crossed into the land, you can still walk away.
Just walk away.
Haas, looks at his fellows to see what they're doing, and he pulls out the cannon, but and readies it. And I will take a ready action. So if he attacks us, I will attack him.
Okay. Lysander. Haas and the dwarf seem to have taken ready actions. They don't appear interested in fighting, but are willing to.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and ready my Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, Haas,
Okay.
yeah, Haas says, anybody got anything? Anything? Anybody want to make a case for us?
Lysander readies his spell. Keo.
Oh,
You gonna charge him?
In Dwarven, the only good dwarf is a dead dwarf.
Oh, so he's a good one.
And then I'll charge him.
No, he's already got it, so he's a good one.
Charge him. You run right up to him and
so,
you
like,
go into attack.
concerned. Like, oh no.
I'm raging, obviously, with a bonus action.
Rage.
Yeah, and then I'll relentless rage. Reckless attack.
Yep.
Full conversation anyway.
How are you?
What is it?
So that first attack is a 23.
23. That looks like it should hit.
That hits
It
strong.
looks like it should hit.
Yes.
And it begins.
Almost hits the Kraken.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 points for the first hit.
Okay.
Non-magical bludgeoning or
No,
non-magical slashing?
non-magical slashing, yeah. And then 17.
Looks like it should hit as well.
It looks like. It's not even real, probably. It's an illusion. Same thing, 13.
Okay.
Does it recoil like it got hit?
As you slash your blade through him twice, you watch as the blade just passes through and doesn't seem to have any effect on him. Bruce.
Makes me even more angry.
How does the rolling sound, by the way? Is it?
Obstructive or? How's the rolling on your guys' end?
How's the what?
Rolling,
What?
of dice rolling.
When we roll die, is it like?
It's fine.
It works fine. Yeah.
Not super loud?
Okay.
Bruce?
It's not bad.
No, it's normal.
I'll wolf out and
Jealous of them.
I'll run up to him and take a bite at him.
Okay.
Pack tactics, and I'm hoping to just position myself so that between me and Keonoth, he really can't.
Turn into a Wolverine, I'll throw you.
He has to go really far around us. Is what I'm trying. I'm trying to do the tank thing.
Sure.
Damn it.
He's taunting you.
So
Toss to a second time. 14 is on the
Oh, those
cost.
are chicks. I
that
thought
looks
those
like
were
it
like
should
the
hit.
chick.
Okay.
I would have been more jealous.
be 12 non-magical piercing.
As you nip into him, you find nothing but air. As you pull your jaw back, you kind of pull back, and he's just standing there ready with his axe. All right, Jasmine, it's your turn.
Alright, I will try to hit him with a firebolt. See how
Okay.
that goes.
Go ahead and launch a firebolt.
Oh gosh. 6.
Oh, no, wait.
Oh, wait.
No, you got your bonus, don't worry.
Oh.
Your bonus is plus 6.
Oh, okay. 12.
12. With him in the way, 13. You ready a firebolt, but you don't fire it off because Keonoth kind of gets in the way and you don't get a clear shot. So as you kind of fizzle the firebolt, avoiding hitting Keonoth, but you don't really get a shot in. Okay?
Okay.
Basically, you would have hit, but he was giving him cover, so you didn't hit. And so I
Okay.
described it in the way that you just didn't shoot, because it was safer that way.
Fair
Alright.
enough.
I mean, Keonoth is pretty big.
At the end of Jasmal's turn, the ghost's ready action goes off. To all of you, it does not seem to have any effect. It is now the ghost's turn, and I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Ruh-roh.
Charisma.
Exactly.
6.
All right. Thank you so much for
Hurrah.
giving me Keonoth's sheet.
Because here's the good news.
All of you notice the ghost bring his axe overhead and slam it into Keonoth, and the ghost disappears. All right, Hoss, it's your turn.
Not the person you wanted to
Pause.
inhabit.
This is always the barbarian problem.
Paz steps back
They'd have it by ghosts.
and shifts the
They're inhabited
Any
by-
possession.
shifts his aim to Keonoth.
Okay. Are you gonna ready in action? All right,
It's only take half.
Lysander.
Shit. Should I roll Arcana to see if I recognize what the hell just happened?
Yes.
It would actually be nature, but yes, you can.
Okay. It's magic stuff, sure.
It's a kind of magic.
7.
You don't know.
I have no idea what just happened.
Huh?
The ghost attacked Keonoth and then disappeared. Maybe Keonoth was right. Maybe it was an illusion.
Could totally be one, actually. That would be great. Check him to see what I can do here.
Make it
I can
quick.
just blink.
You could just blink.
It is kind of my go-to thing right now.
Do you want to blink?
Alright, so I cast blink on myself.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for blink.
Sure. And 18, so I blink.
Okay. You disappear into the ethereal plane.
Yeah. So, do I see anything in the ethereal plane that's interesting?
Well, that's an interesting question, actually.
You do notice that Keonoth, you see Keonoth in the ethereal plane, but you also see what seems like a smaller figure inside of Keonoth.
Does it look at all like the dwarf?
It looks vaguely dwarf-like.
You're gonna have a dwarf inside me.
That ends Lysander's turn.
Guys, you can Right. Right, I'm in the figure.
Totally need to get these.
So,
They're awesome.
Keonoth, your turn.
You guys
You will notice Keonoth turns
Who look at that?
and he says, close enough. He says, ugh, coward. He ran off. if you want to repeat that for me.
Coward ran off.
Alright, Bruce.
I'll roll nature to see if I know what's going on.
Sure.
Nope.
You have no idea.
Everyone's avoiding. So we're gonna have a ghost in the party now, is what you're saying.
Jasmine.
I'll ready an attack in case he appears, something hostile appears that I want to bite.
Sure. Okay. Jasmine.
I guess I will give it a shot and see if I can figure out what's going on too.
Alright.
That's a 9.
This is your first time ever fighting a ghost, so you have no idea.
So that ends my rage, right?
If he didn't attack or take damage, usually that doesn't end the rage.
Yep. Alright, so your rage is gone.
2 more left.
Jasmal, that ends your turn.
Oh, everything's fine.
You notice Keonoth begins walking towards the door.
Back where we came from?
Yeah. And he says, I don't know, what would you say?
Maybe
No,
we should go
this
this
should be you
way.
because you don't.
I have access to his mind.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keonoth says, maybe he fled back. Mayhaps we'll find him in another room.
Keonoth
Well-
wouldn't say mayhaps.
I was going to point out that's pretty eloquent for Keonoth.
Well, no. Haas says,
That would be an inside check to try to figure out if he's acting weird.
well, we don't need to find him or anything else. We just need to find the exit.
Dwarf must die.
Okay, that's good.
That is a dead dwarf, and you may bear dwarves ill will, but we don't. We seek to pass through. That's why we're here.
Feels kind of like we're falling out of initiative. Because nobody's doing...
I'm like if you want to like hit people on initiative, go for it.
I'm going to keep the initiative in case something changes, but right now I kind of want to fall out of it right now. Actually, no. We're going to keep it going for just a second. So, Hoss, I'm assuming
I
you're
say
hold
that.
ready.
That's my 6 seconds. That's
Okay. And you hold action with the gun, or are you going to let it drop?
I mean, it's dropped, but it's not dropped.
Okay.
You know.
Lysander.
Haas is looking at Keonoth, but like also looking around. Should I? You know what? To be fair, I should make a nature check.
Okay.
I mean, I suspect what has happened. But
Yes.
Don't steal this from me, damn it.
Hardly subtle.
12.
12?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've had some
I mean,
experience with ghosts.
There's
but
a ghost, and they hit him, and then it did it disappear or did it suck into him?
You're back. Like, all you saw was the ghost's legs disappear underneath Keonoth.
So I'm incredibly suspicious, but like let's just keep going.
Okay. Lysander, you pop back into existence.
I'm in. The ghost, it's in him. It's in Keonoth.
Do you want to do anything else with your turn?
I'm going to go ahead and shoot Keonoth.
So Keonoth turns, and he says, "No dwarf possessed Keonoth." And then Lysander's going to roll to shoot.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh, no,
That's
God.
still his fucking
They're not
dog.
allowed.
Is my dice going to cover me? Oh, let me roll the damn
This
dice.
is gonna hurt.
It's force damage. Force damage.
Oh, you're lucky. That's a 7 to start with, so no.
Yeah, that misses.
And that's a 13.
Also misses. Both blasts go wide. Keonoth lifts his greatsword and points at Lysander and says, "He's possessed. He attacks."
Oh, fuck off. And then I blink out of existence. Oh, wait, actually,
Check to see if you blink out of existence, yes.
I do not blink out of existence.
Alright.
Shit.
The only time he's happy that happened.
Keonoth points his greatsword at Lysander and says, "He attacked me."
Oh, yeah, because the ghost is in him.
You're out of seconds. Stop talking. Bruce, it's your turn.
Can I roll insight to see if Keonoth is acting weird or if this makes sense?
You can go ahead and roll insight.
See which
Lysander?
is acting weirder.
Lysander, go ahead and make a deception or persuasion roll, whichever one you want, but don't say which it is.
Strangely unthing. Alright.
24.
Need me to announce the result there?
Yeah, just the result.
I'm not weird. I'm just
Sure,
weird.
15.
15? Okay. Near as you can tell, he's telling the truth. Keonoth's lying.
Okay. There's one other choice. What am I doing?
I mean, I just met him.
I'm gonna pop out of wolf form, and I'm gonna try and cast the spell magic to see if that might knock the ghost out.
Hey, I
Okay.
just met you.
You cast
This might
Dispel
seem
Magic,
lazy, but I think you're possessed.
and as the magic, as the arcane-esque effect hits, it doesn't seem to have any effect.
Okay, and I
on
say,
it.
yeah, I think Keonoth is possessed, but I can't cast the spirit out.
Keonoth says, and you are also possessed. That
You know,
increases
that's kind of
strength.
cheap.
Jasmine, it's your go.
I'll be right back.
Is there anything I can do to figure out if there's a way to help dispel this ghost from him? Any checks or?
You kind of already made it with a nature check.
You can reason with the ghost.
I mean,
All
you could
right,
try
I guess
that.
I will try saying, "Hey, that's our friend. He likes his body. You should probably get out of him right now, please."
All right.
And I will, yeah. That's a 15.
Keonoth turns and says, "I'm not possessed. He is," and he points at Lysander. I'm assuming that'll end your turn. It's the ghost's turn.
Yeah.
Anyone got the spell protection from evil?
The spell protection from evil?
The spell called protection from
Oh,
evil.
the spell. The spell.
That's what happens with no clerics and no wizards.
So Keonoth moves up to Lysander, who's currently in existence,
Ouch.
and you get 2 attacks, right?
He
Yep.
does.
Hey, is Noah there?
No, he just stepped out.
Can I speak
over-
to Noah? Is there a Noah in the presence of Noah in this side of the room?
So
Lysander, you're about to get attacked.
twice.
You're about to get Keonoth.
Well, Keonoth brings. Actually, yeah, you have relentless. Thank you.
Reckless.
Yes, reckless.
Reckless,
Yeah.
relentless, both of them. So that's a 22. I'm pretty sure that'll hit.
Relentless.
And then that's a 15. Is Lysander's sheet there? Do you
No, he has it on his phone.
Yeah, Noah!
Noah!
I think 15 might miss. I think his armor class is a 16. Because right here it says 15, but I don't
He
think
might
I
be
included it.
checking his food, which is in the downstairs.
Alright, well, he definitely got hit once, and you said it was a great sword, right?
Yeah, it's 2d6 plus 4.
Ouch.
7, so let's take at least 11.
And I'm not raging.
Bad juju.
You're not raging.
But at least if he gets to hit when he hits me back, I'm at disadvantage.
Yeah.
We know we are at all at advantage
Yes.
to hitting you.
So
Oh, you all are.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I think it's all melee attacks or all attacks. It's a fairly stiff penalty because it's a pretty good bonus.
straight up advantage whenever you want. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, attack rolls against you have advantage.
So
until
every
next turn.
attack. Doesn't matter what kind of attack. So, to keep things moving, Keo slams his blade into Lysander once. Lysander kind of reels back with some damage, and then Keonoth stabs forward again, but Lysander might dodge out of the way. We'll find out.
Maybe.
He got caught a little bit, but it may have just been his armor.
That ends Keonoth's turn. Hoss, you're up.
Okay.
Keonoth said Lysander's possessed, and then attacked him.
You know it's not me
I'm kind of.
because I didn't rage.
And Bruce said, Keonoth is possessed.
Well, you.
And then Keonoth said he's also possessed.
Yes.
Two sides of a coin. I also don't know you very well, so I don't know, like the rate, like the fact that you didn't rage doesn't prove anything to me.
Yeah, he's known you for like a few days.
Yeah. Let's see.
Sorry, Mike, that I stole your character.
You're fine.
This wasn't how it was supposed to go down.
So.
Well, at least it didn't have it the druid. I mean, that could have been much worse.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it is a charisma, so I might.
Yeah, I'm not great at charisma
Might hop
either.
over to your body.
Yeah.
next.
Haas continues to maintain distance and says that both of you back off. If someone is possessed, no. Yes, both of you back off. We just want to get through here. We don't want to fight each other. Whether or not we're possessed, and I guess that's all I have time to really say.
I don't know what Lysander will say to that, but Keonoth will say, "He attacked me."
He does that.
Does he get a persuasion roll, maybe? Even if it's high difficulty or a low?
Oh, it's an absurdly high difficulty.
Okay.
But if you want to roll, you can. Sure.
8.
Much more well behaved.
So yeah, he maintains.
He's about as persuasive as I just was.
Well, hold on. And we're still waiting on Lysander because now it's his turn.
I think he's coming.
Are we still
Okay.
confident?
Yeah, you got beat up.
Lysander, what's your armor class?
What's my armor class?
Yes.
Great question. I thought you had my character sheet too.
Not here, I don't.
15.
Oh,
15?
bad
Okay.
news.
So you get hit
Oh.
for 8, 12, 23 points of damage as the greatsword slams into you twice.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Ha
Good thing you're blinking.
Hoss then says,
Oh, shut up.
Hoss says, both of you back off. We're just trying to get through, regardless of possessions. And Keonoth said that you attacked him. And now it's your turn.
I mean, my retort is, yeah, but he's got a ghost inside of him.
You lie!
Okay, how about this? Let's heal up and keep moving into this dungeon. No, hold on, I'm going somewhere with this. But no, yeah, let's keep moving in. I won't attack you. You don't attack me. Let's keep moving further inside.
Make a persuasion check. And that'll be your whole turn.
Persuasion. All right.
Sounds like you're trying to persuade.
Well, I'm also doing a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I
Say no
figured
more.
that out.
To who? What?
Nobody.
20.
20?
Yes.
Okay. Keonoth steps back 5 to 10 feet. Lysander, you have an attack of opportunity here if you want.
I'm not attacking.
With a melee weapon you have out.
Yes. Well,
The one I don't
wait,
have.
do you have
fists.
Warcaster?
Oh.
I mean, I do have Warcaster. I can technically Eldritch Blast him.
Yeah.
Warcaster allows you to
Yeah.
spell
Cantrip.
if you wanted to.
Oh, I know. I don't have any melee cantrips or anything, so not
Well, no,
today.
you can use Eldritch Blast as he moves away.
You can also use any other spell that takes one action. I'm not sure you should, but I'm just making sure you know your options.
You're trying to convince me to shoot him. I'm not shooting him.
Hey, so's he.
I'm not saying I don't think it's a good idea. I'm just making sure you know your options.
Oh, no, I'm well aware now.
Awesome.
So,
But no, I do not attack him. I choose to back away,
That is
hands
better.
up.
Hands up.
Keonoth tucks his blade
There you go.
and says,
Oh, wait. What are your camera? We have a guest in the corner.
yeah, we saw.
Hi, guys.
You've met her before, most of you. Mora.
Oh, hi, Laura.
Hi.
Your character got married, in case you were curious.
Oh, lovely.
So Keonoth steps back, tucks his blade. Bruce, did you want to do something?
Yes.
What do you want to do? Lysander seems to be calling for a cessation of hostilities. As actually most people have been calling for a cessation of hostilities.
It's not always my strength. I will.
I thought we were friends.
Indian.
Hey, could you guys say something?
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh, okay, all
Just double checking that I wasn't muted.
Oh, no, we were just quiet. Just
Yeah, yeah.
waiting to do his thing.
I'll wait, watch carefully, and already I'll at primal savagery, so I can attack something if I need to, in case something's hostile.
Jasmine?
Yeah, I'm just
Oh.
gonna say, yes, I'm all about this not hurting each other thing, and we should not damage each other's bodies, even if we are possessed, and I'll just ready a firebolt in case I need to do something.
Lysander, you forgot to roll for blink.
Oh, I mean, I could drop it to show that I'm also not trying to do combat stuff, but, yeah, let me roll for it.
Is it concentration? I thought it was...
I do not blink.
Wow.
It is in concentration, but usually you can dispel things.
Yeah, I can also choose to
I thought.
dispel it at any time if I remember correctly. Otherwise, it would get kind of silly with me just blinking as I'm trying to talk during conversation.
Well, it only lasts a minute, so if you're not in combat, it doesn't last very long.
6 seconds
Yeah.
in, 6 seconds.
Although I did not choose. I rolled horribly, so I don't blink.
Okay. So,
I'm checking that out, yeah. No, I'm curious. 'Cause I swore that there's an option to just drop it.
It's not in there. I can look up if there's.
There we go, yeah. You
Save
can dismiss
device.
the spell as an action.
Where does it say?
You can dismiss the spell as an action. It's in the description of blink.
A blink. Okay.
So I can choose to just drop it. I'm not doing that right now because I'm waiting for him to hit me again. But
So you should roll to see if you did blink.
He did.
I did.
He did roll.
Okay.
He's not
I
blinking.
did.
Oh, there it is. You can dismiss it as an action. So it's a full action to shut it off, but you are still there.
And
We take Keonoth's taking a step back. You've readied, and Keonoth says, "Well, then perhaps." Keonoth says something that is not eloquent, because Keonoth does not speak eloquently. Whatever Michael says.
you can have him translate for you. Do a Keonoth translation.
I'm trying to think of what he would say.
I mean, you could say it eloquently, and you could just change it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what he'd say at this point, so Keonoth just takes a step back and grunts.
That's pretty good Keonoth.
It's good again.
I know barbarians. So we're gonna end combat right now, despite the fact that I really don't want to. And what do you all do?
Just I'll tend to my wounds.
Well, yeah. So,
Ow.
Haas says, well, we should continue through the fortress to find the exit. And he's like, the whole time he's just kind of eyeing you. And then, assuming we prove our intent to leave, then maybe the Spectre leaves us alone.
Keonoth says, I've killed many dwarves. This does not seem to be the way through the fortress.
This doesn't what?
This does not seem to be the way through the fortress.
Uh-huh. You've killed many dwarves, so you understand architecture. Great. Good to know you got your degree.
I understand dwarves.
You stabbed dwarves.
Right, but earlier you weren't of any use in finding your way through, so I don't think you'd be especially useful now.
Keonoth narrows his eyes at you.
I say, or were you doing a roll?
No. I'm just filling with my dice because I really wanted them to.
No help from Bear whatsoever.
I
just
say-
telling this asshole.
I say to Keonoth, I say, yeah, I'm talking to the ghost who's inside of you. So my instinct is just to beat the ghost out of you and kill you and rid you forever. But I'd rather not. So if you'll take this body for a while and go with us, we won't beat you out of here and end your life.
I'm not possessed. You're possessed. But even if you could beat me out of it, that would only hurt me, not this ghost.
Yeah, but I'm assuming there's something bad happens when we knock this guy out. You pop out, then we fight you directly. I'm assuming something like that happens that you wouldn't be happy with.
Who knows how ghosts work?
Ghosts
I'm
do.
going to continue just trying to persuade the ghost that we really just want to get out of here. And I'll walk beside him saying, we know you're in him and you should get out. You can walk along with us and escort us to the exit and we will leave without taking anything.
Why do you talk to me? It is he who is possessed. And he points at Lysander. Also, you
don't
have...
really think that he
What's
is.
Jaraxel doing with all
Please
this?
get out of our front.
Laughing.
Relaxel's just kind of tucked in the corner, kind of watching. He's amused.
Hey, Jalaxel, you know anything about ghosts?
When I kill things, they stay dead. Keonoth says, there was that other passage, we should check that one first.
Which one do you refer to, or did he point or something?
He points back,
Okay.
and he points towards the one that he says he's referring to at the entrance.
Okay.
The other path. And as far as you know, only Keonoth would have knowledge about passes that you did not take.
I don't follow. Wait, I don't follow that. He would know. Oh, the ghost in theory should know which ones we took or which ones we did. I hear what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
Why does Noah keep disappearing?
Maybe it's the key. So, So I guess resuming the last thing. I'm sorry. The description for this room, there's just 2 entrances, right?
The large stone doors you came in, and the large staircase leading down.
Okay. So Haas out loud says, "Okay, now that the ghost is gone,
Roll deception.
we want no. He says it just like that.
Okay.
Now that the ghost is gone,
Keonoth look at you.
We're looking for a way to get up further out of the mountains, but down is definitely not the way we want to go. Unless the down eventually goes up. Do we want to go further a bit to see if maybe this leads to maybe some kind of grand tunnel? Or do we want to check the other paths that we bypassed and come back?
I open up a flask like I'm going to take a drink.
Garlax will kind of...
I walk a little closer to Keonoth. It's my holy water. I'm going to splash it on him.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Pardon my monkey.
I'm not sure
Have you ever watched Supernatural?
No, sadly.
Okay.
Burns us precious. You're an old priest and a young priest.
So,
And I make a prayer to the old gods while I do it.
go ahead and make a religion check.
Okay. Could be worse. That was I think I get 0 plus to that. Yeah, 13.
13? Okay. The gods do not answer your prayer.
Okay, well, fair enough.
As you splash the water, in Supernatural there's this running joke of, because hunters deal with demons who possess so often, basically anytime they meet a hunter, or if somebody comes back from the dead, which happens a lot in that show, the thing is to splash them with holy water, and when they splash them with holy water and they're just a human, it's always the same guy. He always just gets this look of like, what the hell? And basically Keonoth does that.
Aw,
As
damn
like he sort of turns, he's like, he might be about to ask you what you're drinking.
I thought you wanted some.
He says, this is water.
Okay, yeah, if you're not into water. Not everyone never judges water.
Nope. Sudden effect.
Whoa.
Scott was trying to help by dialing in with another connection. And
Oh, okay.
probably wasn't thinking about the feedback, which I wouldn't either.
I was thinking about the feedback. I'm just trying to...
Still fine.
Now that he's muted it, it's good.
Yeah.
Little spin. So now that you've splashed Keonoth in the face with holy water, what would you like to do next? Keonoth seems to suggest that this is not the way, perhaps the other passageway.
Answers that.
I don't want to backtrack too much.
I'm long for the ride. I'm just sitting here.
I'm really sorry about that, Mike.
There's no other saves.
Okay,
or nothing.
so we only
I'm a
passed.
strongly religious person.
There are ways to do it.
I should.
We only passed a couple doors in the way.
But we
through.
all failed our nature checks to know anything about this.
We only passed a couple. We only passed a few doors on the way through to here, right?
Yeah.
Nothing that seemed to denote a major passage.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
this
who knows?
that would be in keeping with.
He says, no, there was a whole passageway at the T intersection that we didn't go down.
Right. So we know this is here, and then this goes down. Let's go check out that other T intersection and see where that goes.
Fine.
Sorry about that. What did I miss? Am I dead?
Yep.
No, Keonoth backed off, and now after splashing him in the face with holy water, the party's gonna backtrack to the entrance and go down the other passageway.
It's such a good idea. It's creative.
Wait, why don't we keep going?
Because
Keonoth doesn't want to.
Keonoth says going down is not the way. We need to go.
I say,
horizontal.
Keonoth doesn't want to.
Obsessed.
Well, also no. Haas reasoned that
By this point, Lysander, your blink has ended.
Oh yeah, no, because I dispelled it originally. But
So
He didn't get to use the good ability.
So
I'm
Haas,
guessing.
Yes. I'll describe it some more
Haas
time.
reasoned that going forward would also take us down, which is not necessarily the way we want to go, because dwarf mines and fortresses go laterally or down, and if this one just goes down, that's not going to take us where we need to go. But we'll check it out. But first, let's check out the other path we didn't take. Seem reasonable?
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
I'm talking to them on the screen, and this will work out better later.
I'm sure.
Let's go quick so that we can save Joff. What?
Yes. Joff.
oh,
Keonoth asks, who's Joff?
sorry about the back and forth, guys.
Can I, as Keonoth,
I don't
this is how to get rid of this guy and me?
You can make a nature check. That's
Well, I
intelligence.
know I've got a vert feed, so.
Might be trained in nature.
That was almost decent. 6.
Yeah.
So, Haas answers Keonoth. Joff is our friend who is now stuck in the... He reaches for it down below?
The world below, but
The,
yeah.
the world below.
Good.
Who is perhaps going to be... Who might be enslaved at this point. We're trying to rescue him to get him back.
Jarlaxle
It's
says...
not fun, guys. Let's hurry. Come on.
Jarlaxle says he's probably not enslaved.
Well, in any case...
Probably, I mean, I wouldn't know.
In any case, we're trying to we're trying to restore him, and also there are some ill doings going on down there that we're trying to solve. As we discussed not 3 days ago.
Yeah, Paul.
Did he already?
Paul doesn't remember. I thought we would have told.
Yeah, we did tell him.
Keonoth
Oh,
already.
in that case, he wouldn't have asked.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know that Keonoth had already asked that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember everything.
Like Haas spilled his guts to
Okay.
Keonoth.
So,
In a highly unusual.
oh yeah, so on.
Go for it. There's a power squid behind you.
Heading back, then back through the specters, and then down. You notice a door that has not been opened. You continue on, and
There was an unopened door.
there was the door that Jarlaxle pointed out.
Oh, okay, so that's pretty far back.
Yeah, I'm kind of backtracking that you've got.
Yeah,
all
that T
the-
intersection is a ways back.
Oh, I forgot how early it was. Sorry.
It was literally the first thing in the dungeon.
Okay.
Continuing along past the T intersection where you can see the sunlight, Keonoth kind of stops and looks longingly towards the sunlight. And as you keep moving, you can see that the large 10-foot passageway stops and extends off the side as a 5-foot passageway.
And I'm not going to let the Keonoth take... I'm going to do whatever I can to not put Keonoth at the edges of the party. If he tries to be in the front, I'm going to try and be in front of him. If he tries to be in the back, I'll try to be in back of him.
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye on him, basically.
Jarlaxle just stays in front,
Yeah.
and Keonoth was at the back. As you try and get behind him, he turns and he says, I thought you wanted to be up in front. You perceive.
Plans changed.
We did not discuss plans changing.
Doesn't matter.
Makes sense to me. Let's keep going.
I didn't know you were one for routine.
Are you one for routine? Yes? He says, I am one for routine.
This human
Yes.
designate.
No.
Yes.
So as you move up, Jarlaxle says the passageway turns right. Looking down the passageway with your light, you can see that it ends at a dead end with a door on the left.
Okay, let's check out that door.
Moving up to the door,
Sure.
Jarlaxle pushes the door open. Inside, you can see that there is what look kind of like an antechamber. It's 20 feet by 20 feet with another door and a decayed corpse in the corner. Basically just skeletons now. One skeleton.
So 20 feet by 20 feet, and there's another door?
Yeah. Like there's a door you're at, and then 20 feet, another door.
Okay. Haas is going to go over to the skeleton. What kind of skeleton is it?
Dwarven.
Okay.
The hair of the beard is mostly is like broken away, but it's still kind of there.
Does he have any weapons or tools?
Not that you notice, but you do notice like scraps of silk and a something that you would presume might have at one point been a ceremonial dagger that is rusted away in the sheath.
Okay. Is it still a usable piece of metal, or is it just a brittle piece of metal?
It's brittle and decayed.
Okay. So, Haas says, before we go much further, I just want to make sure that this isn't some sort of oubliette. Maybe we should pin this door open behind us? Because we have a decayed skeleton. We have a poor decayed dwarf who may have been trapped in this room. We do not want to become similarly trapped.
Sure, it's not like I care about the dead dwarf's body.
Is this door something that is substantial?
Keonoth, you mess with the dead dwarf's body.
Would you
Prop the door open with it.
Well.
No, actually, remember I gave them a little bit of death rights when you left.
Yeah, give them respect.
I don't know if that's necessary, but is this door... So, Haas looks at the door. Is it like a solid door that might be part of a trap?
It looks like a solid door.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that it looks like it's part of a trap.
Well, okay. I'm going to...
But they never do.
Yeah.
So assuming we come back this way, I'm going to spike the door.
Okay. So you spike the first door open?
Yeah, I'm going to spike the first door open.
Okay.
And we should... Haas says, okay, we can continue.
All right. Go ahead and just make a quick athletics check.
Sure.
You need like a blade
See if
runner.
I fail to spike the door, which is possible. 17.
Now we get the high numbers.
There you go. As you bang, 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 put 2 spikes into the door, make sure that it stays in place. You're gonna push forward, open up the next door?
Yep.
Okay. Who's moving up to open the door?
Well, Gerald Axel's been doing it all the time.
Sometimes even when we don't ask him to, he does it.
And Haas spiked the door. So, would anybody else reasonably do it?
I'm keeping an eye on the ghost the whole time.
What about you two?
Does anybody want to move ahead and open the door, or do you trust Jarl Axel to do it?
Let's have Keonoth do it.
I think we're trying not to let him go first.
Oh, no, it's more than trying to force him to do things the dwarf would be uncomfortable with.
That's mostly just trolling. I was thinking about that, but...
Well, I mean, this isn't the thing. We don't have a blood test. I'm pretty sure that if we're going to prove it to you guys, it's going to be through action.
We need a Blade Runner Voight-Kampf test. So,
At this point, you hear something slam down on the other side of the door.
I think about Blade
You have a
Runner.
better view if you go over there. And they'll see you.
Did everybody hear me what I just said?
No.
I said at this point you hear something slam down on the other side of the door.
The other side of the other door.
Yeah.
Okay. This is after Gerald Axel messed with the door?
No, Jarl Axel kind of turned, and then you guys were discussing
What to
who
do.
would open the door.
And something slammed down the other side?
Yeah.
Haas says, what was that?
Probably someone barring the door.
Keonoth says, the possessed one speaks true.
Everybody in the party is possessed at this point. Come on.
No. The walking robot man speaks truth.
So, I'm sorry, like, what did you say that he said was true?
Probably someone barring the door from the other side.
The camera's up there. So if you...
I really hope your car stops having problems.
Well-
especially when you drive it to the islands.
In 9 days, it won't be my car anymore, so...
Oh, so it doesn't matter. You're yeah.
It'll officially be someone else's problem.
Yeah, my parents.
I'm glad the...
Alright, so, what did you all decide? Last thing I remember was Bruce said somebody barred the door.
What is it now?
I don't think your camera's on.
I think, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's off.
I think it's...
I was gonna ask about the other Oh, hi.
Split screen!
Kilroy.
If we continue to use Skype, this is what our display would look like. Well, this is what your display would look like, and their setup would look something similar to this. Woohoo! Jazz hands.
Yeah.
Jazz hands. Anyways, what would you all like to do?
That's what we got going
We got
on.
an hour left, and we've barely gotten through the fastest level. This is
That's
Persian.
really, that's bizarre when it sings something like that. Okay. Alright, so what do we want to do? Blast the door down.
Keonoth
I got
says,
a-
I can kick the door down.
Okay.
Go for
Fine,
it.
do it.
Alright.
Out of the way, I do ranged attacks.
Keonoth, with a hearty kick, at this point you're going to take over your character, just so you know. With a 19, the door shudders under a blow. You can hear the splintering of timber, not necessarily the timber of the door. And then he's going to take a second kick. And with a poof, the door swings open. And you can see in this chamber, it is 30, 40, 50, 60 by 50 with 4 large stone pillars, a crack in the floor, a small campfire that seems to be dying down to embers, and 10 lizard-like creatures.
Yeah.
All armed,
Lovely.
all kind of mostly naked, snarling, and ready to attack you. Everyone roll for initiative.
Okay.
And
Do they look like
Okay.
a cow? Can I just-
Alright.
so Keonoth, you will run Keonoth to combat.
Did you move
Okay.
yet?
You're still
Did you move yet?
Yeah, thank you.
just in case you've forgotten.
So roll initiative.
Yes, I'm still possessed.
I am possessed.
According to Keonoth.
You will fight as a. You won't fight like a Goliath barbarian. You will fight a little bit more like a dwarven warrior.
So I would not rage.
Probably wouldn't rage.
Because that's
They're dwarven barbarians. Why not?
I mean, if you want to rage, you can. But at the same time, if your theory was right, if he gets knocked out by troglodytes, then the ghost is expelled.
Yes. Which I might be wrong about. I haven't studied D&D Ghosts closely.
So everyone roll for initiative.
Yep.
Anybody give above a 20?
Yes.
What'd you get?
21.
You're probably going first.
19.
20 to 15.
19.
I forgot you saying.
Okay, you're welcome.
15 to 10.
10.
All right. 10 to 5.
6.
8.
I think you would rage because only he would know what would happen when the body does. When the body becomes more damage resistant.
So happy about my last one.
Lysander, don't forget, you spent a spell slot and you're down hit points. You have not taken a long rest. First
Or a
up,
short rest, I'm well aware.
or a short rest. First up,
Oh, stop.
Keonoth. There's 10 troglodytes, 10 lizard-like creatures scattered across this very large chamber.
Rage and charge towards the nearest one.
Okay.
They are inside, his temple or his dwarven complex.
Sure. Let's have a dwarven battle cry.
In dwarven.
In dwarven, yes.
Must be jellyfish.
19 on a die. So that's like a lot. It's 26.
That'll hit.
I hope so.
They are unarmored. They look a little scaly.
If you ever hit 20, there's almost no point in announcing it unless you're fighting something really unusual at this level.
12 for the first hit.
That's damage?
Yeah, it's 12 damage.
Okay. Did you reckless?
No.
Okay. You carve your blade through this creature. It seems bloodied but not beaten.
All right, one more hit. Yeah. 16?
That'll hit.
Yeah, that's 16.
With a swing of your great sword, you decapitate this creature. Head goes flying. Blackish red blood pools out of it as the body collapses to the ground. All right, that's one frog down. All right, Bruce.
Okay. How many?
9 creatures.
Could I catch them all in a 20-foot cube with fairy fire? And I don't care if I hit Keonoth.
No.
I
But you
mean,
could catch most of them.
okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
So fairy fire. So they make dex saving throws.
Oh, goody.
Am I inside that?
Yes. Go ahead and roll. Are you gonna kind of cluster down on as many as you can?
Yeah, I want to get as many
Okay.
as possible.
So
15 is the target number.
okay, you get about 6 of them in Keonoth.
I save.
Okay.
One of them fails. The other fails. Third one fails. Fourth one fails. Fifth one fails. 15?
15 is the target.
Sixth one fails.
Okay.
You catch 6 of them in an advantage fairy fire.
They're glowing. I turn to Jarlaxle and say, "I bet you that'll make you feel like it's home again." And then I wolf out and I move up to melee range.
Okay. As you ignore Jarlaxle's witty comeback,
Well, I can hear it. I've got good hearing. I don't wait for his witty comeback.
he says there's no place like home. By the way, Jarlaxle is, at this point, I forgot to describe it at the beginning, Jarlaxle is fully armored in his equipment. He gives you your hat back.
Oh, thank
he
you.
has his weapons.
Okay, great.
He feels much more comfortable in his supple leathers.
Good. So I move up to 10.
Is he still wearing the booty clothes under his armor?
There's only one way to
yes.
find out.
Oh, yes.
He likes the support it gives him. Lifts and separates.
I don't want to hear about your lifting and separation. It is the Trog's turn. 5 of them go after you because you killed one. 4 of them go after you. And they flank around you.
I missed part of it. Is it just Trogs?
It appears to just
10
be
Trogs?
Trogs.
Okay.
9 now because one of them's
Right. Originally.
Does... Oh wow, they have so many attacks. Does 15 hit?
Yes, on the die.
So that'll hit. That'll hit.
Excuse me.
How many?
Natural 20.
Like,
Another natural 20.
How many what?
Okay, hold on.
Bunch of hits.
5. I need to... Fuck this. Please roll me 10 attacks.
Okay.
Plus 4. I'm at 5 hits and 2 crits, and I am...
Each one is at +4?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 hits, 2 of them are crits, and
So
I
the-
finished.
So I'm adding
2 of
4 to each of these. So it's an 11, a 19, a
Okay.
12, an 11.
them. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Hit. Then 11, a 19, 11.
Yep. A 22,
That'll hit.
a 19,
That'll hit.
a 22,
That'll hit.
a 23,
That'll hit.
a natural 1,
That'll miss.
and a 22.
None of those 20s were crits, right?
No crits.
Okay.
You can just take average damage.
I might have to. Jesus Christ.
6 hits.
Remember, everything's halved.
Guys, roll new characters.
So, let's
the
see.
cousins of each of our characters
They're all
walk into
1d4 plus 2, so please roll me 1, 2, 3,
The
4,
cousins of
5,
what?
6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Please roll me 9d4 plus 18.
Okay. The total plus 18?
Yeah.
Okay. 20, 37.
I'm doing the math when I was
37.
leveling up my standard. My next level. And I was like, that's a lot of damage. But now I'm thinking,
42, 43, 44.
they roll minimum of 1 each. They're
50 halved for 25. That's 5 of them.
This is also a mass of baddies.
That is half my hit points.
Congratulations. Now please roll me 12 plus 4s against the wolf. With advantage.
I thought I had more attacks than he. Oh, did you already roll some?
3, 6, 9. I rolled half of his.
Okay.
3, 6, 9, 12. So yeah, 12 with advantage. So that would actually be 24 attacks. I did not realize troglodytes had 3 attacks
Oh, it's
per
3.
troglodyte.
It says on the sheet.
It actually won't give me all of them individually at 20.
Okay, so do 20 and then do 4.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And armor class of a die roll is 16, right? Or
14.
14, okay.
I'll do 12 at a time and see if it'll do that.
Okay.
I should have stoned his endurance.
No, it won't give them individually.
Oh god, these guys can do
If you're just rolling dice, I can roll dice.
Could have
Sure.
negated 1 hit.
something.
Yeah, I mean, I could figure out what the lowest number I can do is, and maybe.
15 will hit. 19,
Yep.
The damage, I think it's more like a 2d6 or something.
that'll hit. 9 plus 4 is 13, that'll miss. So that's 4.
That's just
Yes.
That'll hit.
no, kill the crap out of them and carry them back to tax, please.
15 hits.
Yes.
15?
15 hits me, yes.
Yeah. And then another hit. So that's 6 out of 7.
I do have scores, but I have to get in. I'd rather
that'll
not do
hit.
that. It does not do that much damage.
That'll hit. Natural 20, so now that 9 out of 9. That'll hit.
Still got out class. I was just kind of.
11,
I can help you count up, yeah.
12. So that's a 16. Alright, so yeah.
12.
Of the 12 it's hits, all of them hit.
Okay.
So that'd be, could you please roll 12d4 plus 24?
But one of them is not double because the modifier is not double for the crit.
Right, so it would be 22.
Yep.
12 plus 22.
Yep, 12d4 plus 22. Okay, 52. So that knocks me out of wolf form and carries over a bit.
Okay. Is Fairy Fire concentration?
Yes.
Alright, so I need you to roll 12 concentration checks, please.
Well, one of them is a crit, so one of them, it's actually 11 concentration checks, but...
Yes. No, one less, because it's only one hit.
So let me first do the damage.
Yeah.
37.
This was such a bad idea.
Yeah, you know.
I have now learned Trog's are not a good minion.
Okay, I'm no longer concentrating on Fairy Fire.
Okay. You're fine. So as the two heavy hitters charge forward, they then get swarmed by the creatures who tear into them, hack them. Keonoth seems suddenly bloody. Bruce is immediately knocked out of wolf form, which is something that's very surprising to you because Bruce normally lasts a whole battle in wolf form, and the magical effect that he casts dissipates. It is now Jasmal's turn.
Okay, so there are 4 clustered on each of them, or what?
There's
last turn?
4 on Bruce and 5 on Keonoth.
Oh my gosh. Alright, I guess I'll go to the larger cluster and try to do a thunder wave on them.
Okay. Are you going to try and orient it so you get Keonoth out of the blast?
Yeah, I will try to
Okay.
angle myself to avoid hurting him.
If you angle the blast, you can get 3 of them. The other 2 and Keonoth will be out of it.
Okay, so yeah, I'll try to go for those 3, I guess.
Okay. Constitution. That's a 20, so that one succeeds. That's a 10, he fails. And that's a 16. What's your save DC?
14.
14? So, go ahead and roll your 2d8. And
Unless you're using a higher slot.
unless you want to use a more powerful version,
I don't use D8.
What's that?
you could use a more powerful spell slot to improve the amount of damage you're going to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose I should try that.
Okay, that's an extra d8 per spell slot you're using.
Okay.
So right now you're using 1.
That's 7, 9.
Alright, so that's the first level. Did you want to improve it to second level?
Oh, that was with 3.
Oh, that was with 3? Okay,
yeah,
so that would be
3.
that would be second level. Did you want to improve it to third level?
You have the option.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, one more die.
Okay. Okay, so that would be 14.
Alright. 2 of them take 7. Their flesh kind of tears, but they stay standing. The other one takes, you said 14?
Yeah.
The other one, as the blast hits it, its body immediately caves in, and you can see ribs poking out as the body slumps to the ground. You seem to have killed one. Alright. Lysander.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and Eldritch Blast the 2 that she hit that did not die.
Okay.
Let's do that then.
Yes, they tear into you.
That's
And
going to be
they shoot.
a 17 and a nat 1, but a 6 in total on that, so no.
Nat 1 is nat 1, and 17 will hit.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead with my... Not bad, it's 10 damage on one of the wounded ones.
Your blast eviscerates one of the trogs. It kind of blasts through the shoulder and it collapses bleeding.
Flies back 10 feet, but yeah. Awesome, got one.
It's also dead. Hoss. 4 on him.
Actually, before Haas goes, sorry, because he jumped in, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I'm in the back of the party while this is going on. It's not made, because I do not want to get close to these guys.
It was assumed you would be. Everyone was still kind of in the antechamber outside. Nobody said they moved up.
So I should take pop shots from the door. Got it.
Alright, Hoss.
So I'm going to circle to the side to get a clear shot of the trogs attacking him.
Okay.
And as soon as I'm in a position where I can do that, I'm going to shoot at one of them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to shoot.
Did you want the burger instead, or?
None of these are wounded.
8.
Your blast goes wide and reverberates off of the stone pillars in the chamber, kind of, and then everybody's ears hurt. That ends your turn?
Yes.
Jarlaxle kind of takes his crossbow and lines up a shot on one of the creatures attacking Keonoth. Shot goes wide.
I said I thought we were friends.
He's like, "Do you need help?"
Oh yeah, more than he does.
He runs over. He's like, "Oh, sorry," and then he makes 2 attacks with his scimitar. Or it might be a short sword, but regardless, he attacks.
Thank you.
And that'll be 2 hits. I shouldn't even bother rolling because, 10, he definitely has a bigger modifier. He decapitates the Trog.
Nice.
And then the Trog collapses. You can watch as the body collapses, you watch as the poison on Jarlaxle's blade seeps in and starts to take effect, but the body's already dead, so it just kind of sizzles a bit there. And
Good hit.
Keo, you are surrounded by 3 Trogs, one of them wounded,
I'll
2 of
attack,
them angry.
I'll attack one of the angry ones.
Okay.
14.
That'll hit.
Okay. $15. Wait. Yeah, 15.
15 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. You need to clarify because they're so
Sorry.
similar.
15 damage.
You, with a single sword strike, and you all would notice that his sword strikes seem to be more controlled and more like going for the kill.
He's using a different kind of sword style.
Slightly.
Yeah.
You are able to impale your sword into with a trunk and then carve up its shoulder.
Yeah, then I'll attack the next one over.
Angry?
What?
The angry one or the wounded one?
I'll do the wounded one.
Okay. Take an attack.
12.
That hits. They don't have a lot of armor class, they have a lot of damage.
Oh, 16.
Damn it. I forgot, again, that Trogs have stench. 16 damage? You kill the Trog.
That's 4.
Thank you.
Starts its turn.
And then
Could
we'll
you
always
please
fix it.
make a Constitution saving?
What can I want?
Probably.
Breathing control.
You might have been poisoned.
Because they stink.
It's right there.
Oh, it is.
15.
You resist, so it would have wouldn't matter. Alright. Bruce, it's your turn.
Okay.
Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, 8.
8?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's not great.
You are now poisoned, says Rose.
Okay. It's just poison as the condition?
Yeah, poisoned is on the condition, so disadvantage on just about everything.
Yep.
Attack rolls and ability checks, not saving throws.
Okay.
Around you are 3 Trogs, none of them wounded. Around him are 2 Trogs. Oh wait, no, 1 Trog. So yeah, sorry. Oh wait, I didn't track yours. There we go. 3 Trogs, 1 Trog.
Okay.
That's all.
I will cast Conjure Animal because I'm a little nervous about this right now. And get me 2 dire wolves and have them.
Okay.
I have no other good options. I mean, I'm out of wild shapes and they nearly killed me. So, okay.
Oh yeah, you are on the
Yeah.
shape.
So the dire wolves will attack one of the trogs.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 24 versus armor class.
I'm just surprised because
6 magical piercing or 6 non-magical piercing.
Okay.
And maybe not prone.
it's still standing.
Okay, and then the one of the wolves.
It's
will-
not prone, but you already have advantage, so it won't help.
Yeah. So the other is an 8 versus armor class.
That misses.
Man, my dice roll suck today.
All right. So, as you summon these dire wolves, they kind of emerge on the flanks and attack inwards. Because it's kind of getting crowded in here again.
Yeah, I believe it.
It is now the Trog's turn. The 3 Trogs are going to hit you.
Okay.
So,
This one has to go after me versus the.
oh yeah.
Okay.
They're not idiots.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Minus 16 for Bruce himself.
Right now, they're.
Yeah.
It's been 2 18s.
Okay. Just making sure you knew that
Yeah.
they were different.
12 plus 4 is 16.
That means beats.
So that's 1 Trog down. That's an 11, so that's 1 miss. 18 and 20. So that's 2 Trogs down, 5 hits. And then 19, 13, 19. Okay. So a total of 8 hits on you. No crits. Please make 8 concentration checks.
Yeah. First, let me take the damage because.
You might just go down.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's not guaranteed, but it's possible.
So, 16,
And D&D was not full for the entire.
20, 23,
Well, you can play 4
7,
for minions, where there would be subtypes of monsters within groups that only have 1 hit point but are otherwise the same. And so the idea is
33.
Okay, that knocks me out.
Alright.
I'm knocked unconscious.
Okay.
The final 2 attacks will redirect towards Darlaxel. Actually, no, sorry. One of them will grab your body and begin dragging it towards the crack in the ground, while the other one rushes towards Darlaxel. And I'm assuming they'll hit. Darlaxel takes a bit of damage, but he seems fine. It is now... Oh, sorry, I forgot about you, Michael.
The attacks against you.
Oh.
They knocked me out and they're dragging my body away if you missed it.
11.
Oh, we are.
Alright,
That's not good.
Jasmine, it's your turn. You are standing up near one fighting Keonoth.
Okay, and how many are dragging Bruce away right now?
One of them is dragging Bruce away, while the other 2 attack Jarlaxle.
Alright, I'm gonna try to shoot if I'm close enough, or move close enough to try to firebolt the one that's dragging Bruce away.
You probably don't want to move any closer, because then you'll have disadvantage, but you can shoot it.
Okay, yeah, I'll just shoot it if I'm within range.
It's got good range.
That was interesting. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay. That's 18.
Nice.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
2d10.
No.
Roll good.
What?
Roll
Oh,
good.
no, sorry. No, you were correct. Sorry.
That's 7.
Okay. It seems wounded, but not stopped. Lysander, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm going to split my shots. Let me go fire at the one at Keonoth and also the one that she just shot at.
Okay. As you step into the room and realize that Bruce is being dragged away because you didn't see it before,
Dear God.
make sure you
Fan favorite Bruce.
split the attack so you know which is going to which.
Yes, I'm going to use my purple die for the one that's dragging Bruce.
Okay.
Let's see. I mean, you can't see it, but field can be the judge.
I trust you.
So one's a 13, other one is a 17.
Which is which?
I guess they both hit.
17 is the one that Bruce is dragging.
13 and 17,
Okay,
yeah.
there you go. Okay.
Dragged by.
They both hit. Roll damage. Make sure you split the damage because Bruce's one is wounded.
Understood. Fine, go away. Go. There we go. So one's going to be a 9, that's the one dragging Bruce. Other one is going to be 10.
10?
Yes.
Keonoth, your troglodyte is wounded but still standing.
Oh, and the one by Keonoth gets pushed back 10 feet.
He suddenly goes flying away from you. Bruce, the one dragging you, is dead. So your body slumps to the ground even though you're not.
Yeah, I don't know that, but Paul's happy.
That ends Lysander's turn. Haas.
Okay.
Go.
Haas is going to circle around the outside of the room to Bruce's body. Do I have enough? Reasonable?
Yep.
And I am going to, take out like the modified copper coin and shock you with healing.
Thank you.
And that is.
Shouldn't have brought these out.
D8 plus 2. I only have first level slots.
Plus 2.
You're a 1/3 caster.
Isn't it intelligence based?
His intelligence modifier is it? 2?
Yes, 2.
Oh. Oh, you were smarter.
I mean, I'm pretty smart.
He's multi-attribute.
So you have 3 hit points.
Yep. Much better than 0, as always. Thank you.
And you are awake. And I kind of like pull you away from the dead troglodyte a little bit. And that's my action.
Jarlax is going to, with a sneer, actually, kind of a sneer, kind of smile, and a flourish of his blade. Yeah, he kills the 2 troglodytes facing him.
Nice.
Like the amount of poison damage he'd roll is probably more hit points than they have.
Substantial.
2 troglodytes down. Keonoth. The troglodyte got pushed away from you, so you have to run up and kill it.
I will do that.
There are like 2 left at this point? 1. Okay.
Well, actually, took pretty. Actually, technically, took
That was a 1.
That misses.
That was nat 20.
Okay. This one has 3 hit points left. So you kill it.
Your modifier kills it. Nice.
Boom. You slam your blade deep into it and whistle
Well, I was thinking
Well, shucks, I just ate your right.
head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And he's now dead.
I can let you have.
All right. Now that thrilling combat. Jeez, that's the worst thing I've ever done. Now that thrilling combat has been concluded, we are out of initiative. Looking around, you can see that there's a campfire. There's a crack in the floor that leads, presumably wherever these trogs came from, and back. You don't notice any other ways.
Okay. What was the?
Does anyone have more cure? Jasmine, do you have more cure wounds?
Yeah, I was just gonna go do some. I have healing word.
Okay.
Spend your healing now.
I have healing word too. So,
do we want to take a break?
I kind of do.
What's the nature of this room?
A door, a crack.
What did you?
What's the nature of this room? Is this like a storeroom that's turned into an entrance point?
So glad that I made these references to what they were. Make an intelligence check.
I'm proposing a short rest to bind wounds.
20.
Nice. You would presume that this was an area that stalls would be set up in.
Oh.
So visiting merchants
Like a trade
and the
room.
like could bring their supplies here and set up shop, buy and sell wares that were made in the citadel or bringing them in. Basically like an open marketplace.
Okay.
If anyone does need a rest, maybe they can search the room. Any other suggestions beyond taking a short rest for an hour?
Keonoth says, unfortunate, had to kick the door down. Beam would have been useful.
Yeah, true.
It's true.
Well, we can leave this room and close the outer door.
Yes.
Sure.
Is there anything of obvious use in here? I mean, that's decay like everything else.
There's actually some fresh stuff in here, but unfortunately troglodytes aren't the cleanest of people.
Right.
So it's all the stuff that is not rotted away is like they're awful.
And this whole place stinks.
And the shed skins that they use as bedding.
Right. Okay.
You also notice a lot of smeared mud on the pillars.
Yeah, mud. Sure.
You
Let's
hope
go.
there's mud.
Let's leave.
I don't want to. No, do you want to get closer?
Ow! Damn it!
Let's leave and we'll close that door behind us.
Sure.
Yes.
Noah, did you say something to me?
Oh no, I was saying like I don't want any of us to go closer to the mud and find out if it is mud.
Yeah.
And no, I'm good. I'll just stay in the back or take pot shots like I normally do.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess when he gets back, we're going to leave the room behind and close it back off, and then take a rest.
Yeah, is it a room? Is it something we can actually close down and defend? I can't remember.
Well, remember there was there's the trade room, and then we were in an antechamber.
Okay.
That's the one that had the 2 doors. So he kicked in the one door, and the other door is the one that I spiked. So we just take the spikes out.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Let's take that rest and heal up. Jeez, I need that.
Yeah, it's like half of us are messed up.
Pretty sure I have a huge gash in my chest.
Yeah, me too. I just ran face first into a blender.
Oh God.
I mean, yeah, a blender made of lizards.
Yeah, the claws. I mean, blender. And teeth. Big pointy
You want some
teeth.
rice? You want some beans?
So you're gonna head into the antechamber?
Do you want that?
Yeah, we were talking about trying to take a short rest in the antechamber.
Okay.
Right. Well, no, the antechamber we can't close off. So on the outside of the antechamber.
Was that back in the rest of the dwarven citadel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that
Because that way we can close the door I spiked. We can take the spikes out and close the door behind us.
Okay.
Was that a hallway or was that a room?
That was a hallway.
But I mean, it's better than here.
Yeah, the crack in the floor, with your 20, you would know that crack would not be there, and it seems big enough for things to crawl through. So it's probably where the trogs came in.
Yep.
And the people who had gone to Kundrakar, which I think was most of you, you would recognize the trog because you found them before.
Oh yeah, I can find them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, where we bumped into her character, who's now married, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, around that area. Anyways,
Cool.
So you head out, you pull the spikes, you close the door, you take a long rest, go ahead and, or sorry, not a long rest, a short rest.
Yeah.
Short rest.
Yeah.
Those of you who are interested may spend hit dice.
Yes, please.
Can you play us a song, Jasmal?
Yes, of course.
You
I think I'm
will
feeling it better enough to do music
How
again.
many?
I can't promise it'll be great, but
as many as
That's okay.
you can until you relatively max out.
So she's doing Song of Rest, which is
You gain one.
Alright.
Jasmal, did you roll your d6 for Song of Healing?
no.
Yeah.
Well, I was injured, but
Yeah, you can roll.
is this for?
Yeah.
Okay. 4.
So everyone gains 4 if they spend hit dice.
Oh, yes.
Just 4.
That's... Hold up, 6. 7. 2 spells.
Learned a valuable lesson about troglodytes.
Don't be near excuse me, don't be near them ever, and also kill them faster.
It's a pretty good one. There's
Use them more
stats.
often.
There's stats to be a PC grung, Michael.
Oh Jesus!
what?
What's that?
There's stats to be a PC grung.
Yeah, I have them. You can actually get them officially get them from Chult. That whole thing, I have them as a PDF.
Was that like? When did that get released? I haven't seen them.
It's a supplement called One Grung Above.
Yeah,
Oh God.
I think I paid like $1.99 for it or something like that.
Oh, like an eventually kind of thing.
Yeah,
If you fail to immerse yourself in water for at least 1 hour during the day, you suffer 1 level of exhaustion at the end of that day.
Anyways, is everybody patched up?
Yeah.
No, I messed up.
Yeah.
Are you guys all good?
Yep.
Okay. Lysander, you got your spell slots back.
Oh, yay, I got my one spell.
Do I get my spell slots at a short rest?
Long
That's
rest.
a long rest for me.
Only basically, it's only warlocks getting back on a short
Right.
rest.
Warlock's getting back all of them on a short rest. Other hard casters, which no one in this party is, would get them back. Could get part of them back on an arcane recovery.
Yeah, the spellcasting druid and wizards get them back on have some recovery.
Really, sorcerer might have some.
They have sorcery points, so they can.
okay.
So it's not,
Oh,
but they're
yeah.
long rest too. But they can.
Yeah, I spent 3 hit die, so I'm full.
You good?
It's funny,
Yeah,
I don't know anybody who plays the sorcerer.
I have never had a wizard. I've only ever had people play sorcerers.
Wait, really? I thought wizards were the more popular ones.
They are. It's just
Yeah, but everyone's a contrarian. That's why chaotic is such a popular
Not in the
line.
groups I play. Yeah.
That's why I'm a warlock and not a sorcerer.
I had a wizard evocationist in Rift Wars. That's what I started as. A dwarf evocationist.
So,
UDM.
could somebody
Rift
please
Wars.
roll me a
No,
d12?
I had a dwarf.
Is anybody keeping
One of the
watch?
original players.
I'll keep watch.
Okay, and perception check then.
If I can keep watching rest, I will. If I can't, then.
I can take a watch. I wasn't really hurt at all today, so.
Alright,
Does my possessor
It's only
want to
one
keep
watch.
Oh, only one?
it's only one watch. It's only an hour. It's not that long.
So 13 for the perception check and 3 for the 12.
Okay. The quiet wind going through the open door, the open entrance that you came in, is the only thing that you hear.
Okay. So once people seem to be feeling better, Haas kind of gets up and says, "All right, let's check out the staircase."
Keonoth says, "You raised a good point earlier. Why go down when we need to go through?"
Yes, I realize, but we need to at least check to see what to have a look, see if it goes through after going down for a little bit, or if it just goes down. We'll need to spend at least some time doing this. We have to find a way through. And if there's any chance that this is better than going over the mountains, then that's what we need.
Something wrong, Lysander?
No, there's a fly, and I'm trying to get him, and he keeps jumping away the moment I move to hit him.
Eldritch blast him.
I can't.
Bugs out.
So I don't know. Does Keonoth want to make an insight check as Hoth looks at him significantly?
Keonoth, are you trained in insight?
Yes, actually. +3.
Alright, so you have a wisdom of 0. Oh. You actually feel somewhat wiser. Because,
Oh, really?
the ghost retains its mental stats. He rolled a 19.
Okay.
What is he trying to incite?
This significant look that Haas is giving him. It's
What
like,
is this
work with me, ghost.
He just narrows his eyes.
Okay.
As you move up to the T intersection, Keonoth says, I would be more comfortable above ground and not following this snake, and he points towards Jarlaxle on his adventures.
Well, hey, wait a moment. We were all being reasonable a moment ago, and now you're starting to be racist again.
Now he's anti-elf. He was anti-dwarf before.
I'm still anti-dwarf. He is a traitor. You met him in battle and bought his loyalty. Jarlaxle just kind of turns with his hat and says, I mean, he's not wrong.
Well, he's not wrong, but we currently purchased your loyalty, so I don't see what the problem is.
He's not a traitor per se. He's mercenary.
I don't trust him.
Do you know some other way to get to the world below?
We need not get to world below. We need to find Hobgoblin camp, other side of mountains.
No. Wasn't there something that Archmage Margasil said? He said something about how sometimes going into the world below, the entrance may lead not to the place you expect. So we don't know what the geography is like down there. We could go down from here and just drop straight where we need to be.
I'm just saying, if we don't work with Jarlaxle, we don't know. We can't get to the world below and get around. So that's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying too.
Jarlaxle's our guide to the city.
Oh.
So, I mean, Haas says, you know what? We don't have to go to the Hobgoblin camp if there's an entrance to the world below here, though that seems unlikely.
Yeah.
And also, you would know that the Hobgoblins were kidnapping Arcanus and giving them to the Illithid.
Right.
So,
It would seem the most direct route.
and also, Hobgoblins are not doing a good thing. You could rescue a lot of people if you want.
That's true.
Can I roll insight? Because I'm trying.
That was the DM reminding you of something
Right.
that I've been. That's why I took over the recaps mostly to remind you of these little tiny things.
Right.
Going on.
Yeah.
Can I roll insight to try to figure out what he wants beyond just because the ghost just seems to want to get out of here, but I can't understand why he would.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Let's see if I can.
And what did you say,
16?
Noah? That most of that cut out.
I'm considering we could pop up from below the Hobgoblin camp instead of walking in the front door.
It'd be nice.
You get the sense that if this is Keonoth, then he's possessed by a ghost. I mean, he did say you were possessed. So.
Yeah, Bruce is 100% convinced he's possessed. So.
Yeah. If it seems that he's less interested in getting out and more getting you guys out.
Okay, I see. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
He's not doing a good job.
Yeah,
but
that's
he
kind of the
wants
impression
you
I
to
got.
leave.
Yeah, sure, fair
Once
enough.
he leaves, who knows?
Yeah. I can understand lots of reasons why the ghost would want us to leave, so that makes more sense.
Yeah. All right. So you're gonna ignore Keonoth and push on.
Yeah, we should. It's the responsible thing is to investigate. At least spend some more time. What time of day is it at this point?
I mean, at this point, you've only been on the first floor. It's been mostly walking, just like a lot of role-playing games. You've maybe spent an hour, maybe two, so it's around 9ish in the morning.
Okay. So as we get going again, and we have this discussion, Haas says we should probably go a few more hours, and if we don't find sign of what we're looking for, we come back and camp, at the entrance again, and then start heading back over the mountains.
Sure.
That seems reasonable.
Seems
Let's do
fair to
it.
me. Yeah.
So you head back into the hall with the 6 pillars. As you step inside, Keonoth kind of begins to push forward, like he wants to be in the lead for a second. Do you stop him?
No, but I keep it close. I keep close, and I keep a close eye on him.
Okay. Keonoth moves up to the dwarven corpse, pulls his blade out, kneels, and places it in the corpse.
Anything we can do to help?
He says, merely paying respects and asking forgiveness.
Was he a leader here?
Make an insight check.
21.
Keonoth says, I would not know, but you can tell that he's line.
Okay.
So right now Keonoth's in front, and he's kind of just kneeling.
Okay.
He's pro. He's
Um,
pro.
Not like full.
Hoss gives him his space and said, "We'll give you a minute."
After a minute, he stands up. And he's turned, and with a sorrowful look, he says, "I asked you nicely." As he slams the blade down, 6 shadows creep out from the pillars. Keonoth points his blade towards you all, and we're going to re-roll initiative.
Okay.